So yesterday I didn't come because I thought I'll be leaving. I'll be living permanently. So today I came because I might die in the town. It's a joke. Okay, so that's a little. I will left to finish the talk on the Sangha. So very important. So to understand how to understand to become monk nun is something very serious. Not just getting into a trip. Not just that kind of custom or Tibetan custom or something. Not like that, you see. Well, you know, the many Buddhist countries, they're monk nuns, yes. In the Theravada nuns are, they don't have much sport and they look like that I'm so in the holy places and suffering. People don't have respect and this seems very difficult life. That's what I noticed. A few nuns I've seen in the holy places. So I was not. Of course, the monks, like Saint Buddha, they respect like that, as I mentioned to you. They know of Chinese, same respect amongst nuns, and so there's so much monks nuns in China. And, so by kindness way, so as in Tibet, didn't have nuns to learn debate to become Kishema. Maybe didn't happen, I think. Didn't happen only for the monks. So due to his own kindness, so it happened outside Tibet. I mean, nowadays, of course, in Tibet, even the lay people, laymen, laywomen, I heard they're expert. They became expert in philosophy, debating due to his own kindness, emphasized always must learn Buddhism, not just a blind faith. Not just blind faith, and they must learn. So for many years, his own have been giving that advice. So Tibet, I heard that Tibet lay people, they become expert in philosophy after some years and so like that. So in India, Dhammasala also they do the young girls and older men, women, they debate outside the temple. So like that. So I heard Tibet, yes, in the Kham, especially the Kham. The upper place, Tibet, in the central has a more strict, very controlled, very restricted, not much freedom. So, but the Kham, there's somehow, I think, maybe the leaders, difference by the leaders of town, of the area, I think maybe a lot depends on that. I don't know, so much more freedom. You can keep his own portraits in the calm, I don't know, where so they're able to keep his own progress. So I think it depends on the leader, so that some try to control some, and so usually Tang and Wu Tang, that's, yeah, so anyway, in the camp, it's very good. The monastery also, many geshes from Sarah, from Balukubit, from the Garden Ribbon, many, I think many from Sarah, I think, or geshes, so many geshes went to Tibet, and so they are teaching many monasteries, and they are very good, develop very good education in Tibet, and they gather together with Jang Gunjo, each year they do the Sarah Garden Ribbon, 1 year they get the Sarah, 1 year Garden, 1 year Ribbon, so in Tibet, they come, they do that. And so that could, I don't know, that could be one reason, but maybe they're from Tibet like before. Now, not like before. I mean, very rare coming to learn to Dharma in India, monastery, Saragata, so as well as the Gilugpa was like that. So mostly from Ladakh or Mon and Ladakh and those around Himalayas. That now the Indians also copy Indians. I think maybe for Hindu, anyway, Indians also they come now. Yes, that. Okay, so so the now the quite a number of nunneries. The Kaban nunnery has best. I mean, very good study, famous and very good study, excellent study, Dharma, debate, philosophy. For many years, they have 3 geshes, 3 or 4, 3 geshes, and like that. Now some of the nuns who become geshes, they teach. They start to teach in the nunnery. So there's a Lama says. Lama is not sister, but relative, non finished geshe. So we're thinking that she could go around to teach Dharma, the centers to go around. So we discussed and that. So whenever so that's also geshe, non-geshe, the Kaban. There was first examination, geshe examination in Dharamsala with 2 nuns. One from Tum, one from Tibet. So that's so what I says, so the number of the years studying is, for them is much shorter than monk. Monk is, of course, minimal. Then number of years studied much longer. So what I want to say is that it's a very serious thing. Don't think it's just a trip, or sometimes you try this and trip, then depending how you like it. You don't like it, you drop it. You don't like it, you drop it, then you do something else. And not not that kind of. You see, you do different trips in the life, not like that. Very serious thing. Becoming a Sangha is a very serious thing. So I'm going to read some. Serious decision. Then, of course, begin this excitement or something, then you become Sangha, then after some time, sooner or later, when you come, so then the main thing is inside the delusion, the worldly concern, the attachment to cling to this life. So we have not been maintaining much, so open. So to be retreating from that, we haven't. Didn't go through the so much of the opponent is. Of course, the emptiness, the bodhicitta are amazing, but I mean, the impermanence death is the most important thing for ordinary being like myself, us, to we can meditate. We can do this. Something we can do. I mean, it all depends on individual person's intelligence or karma. But what we can do is the meditation impermanence death. So to not just words, but you actually try to. Actualize as much as possible. That's the most important remedy, like medicine or remedy or protection. That's everything. Protection, everything. Yeah. So that's we didn't get done much. I didn't get much on that. I was planning, but I didn't reach on that much. That's the. So to be a good Sangha, even for the lay, good practitioner, to live in the lay vows, and the monks not too easy to live in the vows, to be ordained, that's all depend on that. That's the emptiness, that's bodhicitta, but it depends on your mind, it depends on your karma, it depends on how much effective, how much you can bring your understanding or feel that. But what we all ordinary people can do is impermanence. That's what is so important. How much you can work on, how much you can actualize that meditation. How much you can do that. Then that protects you. That is easy to understand, and so there are many ways to meditate. Okay, so yeah, that's if you want to be good Sangha, then impermanence death. That's not so many words to speak. Blah 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 blah. Impermanence death. That has to be your man meditation. That has to be your man meditation. Okay? That solved the problem. Then the Rinpoche, they say it will concern, then you are able to free yourself from that. You are able to make free yourself. Otherwise, you see, it looks like you are torturing yourself. Otherwise, you are torturing yourself. Like chili, mashing chili. Chili in the container. Do you understand? Chili in the container. I use the example. Chili. Then you mash to put in the food is amazing. You mash yourself like chili, then kind of that, you follow the age-old consent and attachment to this life. Then you see, then you mash, or then you torture yourself. Oh, then you stop. You can't give it up, then you can't let go, then you torture yourself. So that, that without talking past and future, without talking just this life, just now. So you see, happy. So the happy life. I think I talked one day. So a happy life. So to make your life really happy. So that by thinking impermanence, that then you it's the main thing. Day and night. So then you're able to free yourself away from the attachment it clings to this life, applies to this life there. So you're able to actually free yourself from that. As Dharma impermanence, able to do. You're able to feel in the heart of the, not just the repeating words. So then Dharma, you're able to free yourself from attachment. So you have Dharma's inner peace, Dharma's inner happiness. Although you are living ascetic lives in the cave or in the hermitage, nothing, or luxury life with so many comforts, or however you see, whatever condition of life is, but your mind is but your mind is in the retreat, or your mind is in the inner peace, happiness. Your mind is greater. Your mind is living in the greater peace and happiness. Away from your enemy, the attachment to the life. So it's like that. So you have a greater peace and happiness in the life. So whether you have many comforts, or whether you don't have comforts, very simple life, whatever it is, without depending on that, mind is great peace. Like Son often says, even you have only water to drink in the grass house, house built with hairs, and if you have a good heart, then there's only water, and where you live is only grass house. Mind is so happy, so peaceful, all like that. That his one said in the very old times, in the past. So it's like that. So peace, happiness is in the life. You have to know that it's totally to do with your mind. It went totally your mind, up to your mind. It's not. It doesn't depend on outside phenomena, condition. It doesn't depend on that. It doesn't depend on that. So when your mind becomes Dharma, it doesn't depend outside. You have incredible. When your mind when you become free from attachment to this life, then your mind becomes Dharma. Your mind becomes Dharma, then you, whatever the condition is, renounce all the, even you did particularly renounce, but just very simple, like then there's so much luxury, you have really comfort and so young by living life, actualizing or meditating the impermanence that your mind becomes Dharma, then you're free from it all Dharma, well concerned attachment. So then greater and greater peace. More you are free from the attachment, then greater and greater peace, happiness inside. You really enjoy the life. So this that's how the Milarepa started his first Dharma practice, and any one of those who are enlightened, that's the beginning how they started. It doesn't depend on outside. So the people, but the people in the world don't know that. They don't know that, especially in the West. They don't know that. So they think you should have this. You should. So many say, then that makes life so expensive. So expensive. So life is so expensive, and there's the way of to live the life. The life is so naturally expensive. So you have to work very hard for money, day and night. You see, doesn't get much time. So hard day and night. So like that. So in the West, it seems like that kind of more difficult. So like that. Yeah. Then I finish this one. What does much to say? To speak on this. I didn't get to speak yet, but that's a special lay, and especially I don't know, and the special Sangha. That's the main thing. That's the basic. That's the most important thing to. Sanghas to be qualified, and the main practice is that. Because we have main practice is that. Yes, renunciation, satisfaction, contentment, satisfaction. That's the achievement. So that has to come from bring yourself away from the attachment. Allowing by knowing allowing yourself free from the attachment, so that that doesn't happen by itself. Then by meditating, putting effort to meditating, shortcomings and benefits, and so good. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Chimbe mingi wa ju jonyo jebe jang re dungi ni ji tamo shin de jis. So these are what we capture in your heart, or especially for Sanghas. It's good to lay people to understand also. Yeah, so then it helps for them to solve problems, and then as well negative karmas, how to achieve happiness, and also they know that what Sangha should do. Also that, so it's helpful. So, lay person engage in the ten and virtue, all the ten and virtue. It's just enjoying, like the people go on the beach, you see, into the water. So, I'm just using example. Also, engaging in that, enjoying, enjoying tenderness. I present that way. So, the Rabjung, ordained person, you see, or one nijitamo, one subtle vice. Ordained person is one creating one subtle vice. It's much more, it's extremely heavy. Ordinary persons, one subtle vice, extremely heavy. Then a lay person engaging in the ten virtue. And I use example like going to the beach and into water, all that, like that, you see. I'm using that example. I'm not saying that is emphasizing non-virtue, but I'm saying like that, enjoying, engaging in ten virtue. So, then a person who took Buddhist vows, not only Sangha, the lay, both, you see. Now the Buddhist vow, break the Buddhist vow, is extremely heavy than the Patimasha vow, the subtle vice. Then the tantric vow, they both take tantric vow. So breaking tantric vow, then who to the tantric vow, living the ordination of tantric vow, then even the small one, because the heaviness of the Mata Tantra, Samaya, or the so without talking the 14 root hole, and then they so heavy, unbelievable, so heavy, more heavy than Buddhist vow. Tantra vow, this is breaking Tantra vow, even the small one. So much heavy, more heavy than they bring those secondary, those Buddhist vows, not like that. So like that kind of. Like that, you see. Then of course, you see, if you keep the Patimasha vow, and then of course, then every day you collect merits, it increases so much. It increases so much. Then who's not living the Patimasha vow? Huge difference. Then living in the Bodhisattva, it increases a million times. Whatever virtue that person does in a daily life, it increases a million times. Then on top of that, there's Tangdriva person living, so increase so much. Oh, there's also the benefits like that. Then one lay person, for 100 years, engaging in the Chandan virtue, for 100 years, unceasingly, engaging in Chandan virtue, for 100 years, then one gallon who degenerated morality, one gallon in eating devotional food, people offered with devotion, enjoying the devotional food. It's so much heavier than the kind of pollution or the negative comments. The kind of so extremely heavy than a lay person engaging in Chandan virtue for 100 years. So as mentioned, the lamrim teaching. So you can understand if the Gelong able to protect, able to protect the morality, you see, then you see the opposite, the benefits. Opposite the benefits is unbelievable. The Gelong is the full picture. Wow, but able to protect, that unbelievable merits, so like that. But then one gallon who degenerated morality, one day eating devotional food. Sorry, devotional, not devotional food. That means the food has devotion. Eating food offered by devotion, by people of the devotion. So they say, they will go around the pool say. So, you see, Gelong eating one day devotional food, rather so unbelievable heavy pollution area. So, it is said, it is said that in the lamrim sutra, that it's like if you're not protecting morality, Gelong, then eating devotional food, other people offer with the devotion, eating, that's a so heavy karma, like leaking the hot red, in a pot, one fire, the tongue leaking. Use the example like that in the Sutra teachings. Like that. So he become like that. Like that. So, so therefore, when you enjoy the food, such as the food, and then here, you see, it's in my note it says, enjoy the food with yoga eating food, like that. Tangti yoga, tangti yoga, that's yoga of sleeping, yoga of rising movement through. So the yoga, sorry, yoga of tantra, the eating food. So ordained is so important, extremely Shindu natures, extremely important. I didn't done yet that. Well, you see, explained already during the talk. The same. How I repeated 2 times, at least 2 times during the talk. Last time, night before, I explained. So like that exactly. Also only eat food. You see, those who have taken the kasadi, if you've taken the Tangdri vow, you have taken Buddhist vow, then there's also a Bhakti even you're not Sangha, there's also Bhakti vow, you know. Yeah, 5% or part of is there something basis about the vow taken. So so even with the so it's you see, if you do succession yoga in the morning or morning, you see the motivation that I've been telling people quite some years ago, people to do the blessing, then after that blessing speech, motivational lamrim, then tantric motivation, then they integrate the subject from Buddha Chavatara, how to live the life for sentient being. So anyway, it was at the end, you see, so you give already, you dedicate your body, the enjoyment, your time is totally given to us, totally given to numberless helping hungry, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless well, numberless to everybody, to everything given, you see. It comes in succession yoga. If you don't think that, but it's a succession yoga, it comes. It comes there. And so, how you are, the morning motivation, it is there. So, so think as so therefore you see you use to benefit sentient beings. So it's belong to sentient beings. It's belong to sentient beings. So you're using for them. You use for the sentient beings. Not you use for your happiness. That's opposite. No, you use for the sentient beings. So kind of sorry. I mean, you know, it's kind of a cause that one way. You see, to work for the king or to work for the, I don't know, company. Well, you know, you give food, clothing, or you give salary. You give salary, then you see the way of thinking is that you use the salary, food, clothing, you use the salary to work for the company. You see, I'm just using an example. So motivation, not me happy, no. You use it for the company, to help the company. You use that to help the company. You see, to help the country, to all the country. So like that, example like that here for the sentient beings. you dedicate it for, every succession yoga has that. So it's a question of whether you do it or not. My morning moderation, it has all that. So, you use for Katore. Yeah, for sending to free them from, to free them from ocean, sometimes bring to enlightenment. So you use for that. So that the Bodhisattva way, then example, because then even you dedicate, there's in the daily life, the eating food, after before eating food, I'm going to eat the food, and then to make charity for, there's a symbol in Nidhi Chidong, Nidhi Chidong, 31,000, 20,000, and 1 more thousand, so Nidhi Chidong, so creatures inside, sentient beings inside. So I'm going to make charity for them. So you see, now I make connection them by giving charity food. Then due to that, in the future, reveal Dharma to them. When they become human, reveal Dharma to them, then bring them to enlightenment. Oh, that is a Bodhisattva's like that example. That's not tongue to practice, but it's a Bodhisattva's. You create most unbelievable measure above. Of course, then, then of course, because you eat for the sentient beings to free the sentients from oceans and bring the enlightenment. You see, you eat. So that's the Bodhisattva. Then there's Tantra is way to talk, as I explained. If you pay attention, then then all that unbelievable. Good way to achieve. It's so powerful to purify negative karma and collect the most extensive merit. Because place of the Guru, and then what are the quickest way to achieve enlightenment for you. So it becomes like that. Otherwise, it becomes very dangerous. Even if it's poison, the consciousness separate from your body, just that's all. It doesn't even cost you to go to raw realm, even by not necessarily everyone who die, doesn't go to raw realm. So like that, see, just only cost death, separate consciousness from the body. That doesn't mean everyone by 80% go to Lord, not like that. So, but you see the burden, you see, although with the attachment, so forth, pollution, then the worse the eating person, pollution, they go to law, in your mind, you go reborn law, realm, suffer for unimaginable length of time, so like that, see. So there was, Arjuna repeated a few times during the talk, so then, so important. And then, you see, somebody who is living the vow, or doesn't, or doesn't matter, or this breaks, but it doesn't matter, you don't get careless, kind of living about careless. That is similar to the lay person. That is similar to the lay person killed 100 men and 100 horse. Domdenchigi chimi nyamba jawadan. Chibachigi hija taja sebado sungs. So somebody who's living the vow, the Bhaktimas vow, example, the first one, just, doesn't matter, just, even you know it's broken, but it doesn't matter. That and you see, so when say, any of them, yeah, then was the second one, yeah. Remainder Langma, so, then, individual social, then, so, if any of them further, if it's broken, you don't care. So that if it happened like that, then one lay person killed 100 human beings and 100 horse. That is similar as a monk didn't care. It's definitely those are being careless. The same. So life is the same as the lay person who kill 100 horse, 100 human being. Same heavy negative karma. So these things you have to understand. Sangha is a very serious thing. You have to understand. Otherwise you don't know. See, it's not. You have to really think well. So therefore, in the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, golden Dharma, then Kasuri, Domsum Jesam Thapa, so keeping pure till level of vow, the Jesam Thapa, we know what need to abandon, what need to practice. So the borderline is keeping pure, and then you see immediately you don't get it upon organs. Immediately what it does, so immediately you don't get upon organs. And without taking much, you get enlightened. So it's very, that's the very important China was translate. Okay. Okay, then so mention this good as a nice drop. Oh, so this quotation, they have true quotation, but I don't have to say only one is enough. From the sutra, do thing is in Jabole. Do thing is in Jabole. From the king of the concentration, the lamrim, that's many times quotation, do thing is Jabo. Kawa chewa kange chinyetu. 당회 심지 세다 공단 두단 파대 마음의 정화이 성의 저와타지 루지 관계 담주랍도 지보단 대체 땜바 가와 기회지 인텐전에 라바지 저 순진의 대회 제자 파 순진의 대회 제자 파 they just mentioned this one. So it is said in Sutra by Buddha, kawa chewa gange jinyetu. For 10 million eons. How many times 10 million eons, how many times of that, according to number of the 10 grants of river Ganga, India. River Ganga is very wide, very long. So according to 10 million eons, according to the number of the 10 grants of river Ganga. For that much time, would come. So with the devotional mind, okay, Tangwai is the calm mind, Tibetan. So maybe not much difference. So with the devotional mind, you offer food, drink, umbrella, pardon. Pardon is a cloth. Or part of offering. Because in the offering, there's two corners to create the wind, the punch of flag, or the pattern. Garlands of light, garlands of light. That means, so it means unbelievable number of offering. Then how many Buddhas you offer? Sangha chewa taru Rinpoche. Sangha chewa taru. 10 millions of Buddha. 10 millions Buddha doesn't finish with that. 10 millions Buddha like that. Taktik billion. Taktik 1 taktik billion. So 10 millions of Buddha like that, billion times. Or 10 million Buddha you offer. You mean all this offering. I don't know whether I mentioned or not. If you offer umbrella, in the Mandala there's an umbrella and banner. So even just the umbrella, you visualize the umbrella. You see, what explains the Mandala commentary. You know, 13 spokes of gold on top. Then because begin the top, the emerald stone, I'm not sure. Yeah, so then there's a white, then there's hanging pearls, very nicely decorated, like this. So that's it. So inside the handle is a bidriya. So not lapis lazuli, that's wrong. That's not common that you see malas or something, as I've explained, blue, and there's many small, or kind of like a silver, kind of sparkle, or the gold, not that one. So it seems there's something very powerful, glorious, very deep blue. The Dr. Tundu said he saw only one time in Tibet. It's very kind of magnificent, very, very expensive. Yeah, so Bindriya, handled Bindriya. No, sorry, not Bindriya, sorry. Which grand jewel, that's right, not Bindriya, sorry. Which grand jewel, handled which grand jewel, the most rare than gold, diamond, Yeah, which grand jewel, the most rare, among the material, most rare. Oh, so that's what you visualize. I mean, that's the basic thing, but then there's a banner. So if you offer umbrella like that, is visualized. You get more merit. Mountain mirror or gold. Mountain mirror, seven mountain mirror, which is made of gold. You see? You get the merit having over 1,000 of that. So, so you offer one umbrella like this, over to her, then you seven golden mountain, mountain mirror, seven golden mountain mirror offered. 1,000 times more. Merit 1,000 times more you get. So it's unbelievable. This is how I found out is that build a stupa in Tibet, in the upper place of Tibet. So there was a earthquake or some degeneration. So the family, Tibetan family, cannot, without fundraising, their family themselves built it. Samet, etc. So he built it, he showed the book. So many statues, inside. So his Holiness, he showed His Holiness, and His Holiness told him the quotation. There's a quotation I wrote down. So offering the umbrella banners, those things were made. So therefore Mandala offering is not just make this is make up your time. So it was only make up your time story, make up your that Mandala is mental, or if you visualize according to explanation, so not nowadays, but before, just and some years back, if I did one mandala by reading the commentary of mandala, I finished one mandala, it looks like achieved great success. You feel like that by offering mandala, by reading the commentary, because my memory is very bad. Okay, so the mandala is unbelievable. So there's normally is mentioned a method of success, correct marriage. So you offer 10 million Buddha, 10 million Buddha, and that touches the billion, like that 1 billion. You see? Oh. Then the comparing. Kange tamju rabde jigwa da deshe damba gaba juwe injin laba jig java sunde tevichi. Then anybody, Holy Dharma, the time on the Holy Dharma is extremely what's that? I forgot that. Yeah. Yeah. There's another word. Yeah, perished. Yeah. The Holy Dharma is extremely perishing, and the teaching of Buddha is ceasing. Getting stopped, ceasing, you know. What you would say. And keeping one vow, listen here, keeping one vow, one day or one night. Keeping one vow, one day and one night. Means while the sun is daytime, when the sun's got nighttime, so the day and night, you know. Or keeping one vow. Or then this marriage is unbelievable exalted. So the giving one vow, so it's now the over-degenerated. Over-degenerated now. The teaching Buddha, you see, now the over-degenerated time. So keeping one vow, during sunny day, or sunny, you say, day and night. Keeping one vow. Then extra there, because the marriage you collect, what you collect, much exalted. Then all that offering offered to that many Buddha, 10 million Buddha, like that, but 1 billion. Then for how long? 10 million eons. But like that, how many times? Called the sand grains of river Ganga. So big. Well, that's the benefits. So even for the lay, so the eight precepts. You understand? There's eight precepts, or because of Theravada, then there's 8 precepts also. With bodhicitta, taking with bodhicitta and the number of Buddha, all that. They're not in the black food. So. Okay, I stopped, yeah. So you have to, section. Okay, then didn't finish my talk, but yeah, so that, you see. So you have to know that's serious, but also benefit. Unbelievable. Amazing. So that's all. Thank you very much. Okay.
O sage pequeno shimeto tari la lingini de gampadi sangue jintu mite boage namda shin la shepa sho jisun la me kutse la tenche nanka chin le shoshu gepada Lozante pe de mesa sungi do emun setatu negyoshi Idang Guru Rana Mandala Kamni Ataya.
There's one nun dying now. What's her name? Tenzin Donsel. What, Chinese teacher? No, there's a message. Okay. Tinju dorsal, none, Genesis Jews die now. So we pray. Tonight we will pray, but she's dying now, so we due to all the past, present, future, marriage, chocolate by me, till I married chocolate by numberless sentence being numberless Buddhas. May never be reborn back to Lord realm again, and may she be born immediately in the pure, in the Tabakaju, where she become enlightened. That definitely happen that, and then if she doesn't come out, doesn't happen, then may she receive a perfect human rebirth, and then mit meiner teaching, then has what mit public about my Guru revealing the unseen path to enlightenment, and by pleasing most the Holy Mind, the virtual friend, may she achieve enlightenment as quick as possible. Okay, so everybody please pray that. Sick person, Sira, Hewson, breast cancer, kidney Russo, extreme pain. Raguel Balda, Mijam Van Cleef, dead. Elizabeth Pellin, Orgamek, Raguel Balda, Mijam Van Cleef, pain. Dead people, Elizabeth Pellin, Orgamek. So the dead. Also, those who dead, never able to reborn. They're already Lord, may they immediately get delivered from the Lord, and be born pure Tabakatu or Pure Land, where she can become enlightened, where they become enlightened, or they at least receive perfect image birth, mid-minor teaching, perfectly qualified mind, Guru will understand enlightenment. By pleasing most holy mind, may she achieve enlightenment. Then those who are sick, England, all the people are here sick, and then those outside and the different world who rely on my promises, also to recover. Sanje neba jinyeba nyude nele taju jidwe nena maleba tato jungwa meba shu sanje neba jinyeba nyude nele taju jidwe nena maleba tato jungwa meba Sanje neba jinyeba nyude nele taju jidwe nena That's it, thank you. So, if Dad didn't happen to see you tonight. Okay.
O tu si chan xin jang gen gyao e ten xin kyong pao e kun se do po si chosun elementu do patun soji gando shatan